Hello students. Now the next type of speed and velocity is the instantaneous velocity and speed. Instantaneous means at a particular instant. Velocity of the particle at any instant of time or at any particular point of its path is called instantaneous velocity. I'm sure that you are making notes from the slides. So consider the graph phi b and imagine the situation that the second point Q lies very near to the point P, and then calculate the average velocity over such a short displacement and time interval. Instantaneous velocity also may be defined as the limiting value of average velocity when second point becomes very closer to the first one. Limiting value of delta x upon delta t means delta t tends to 0 and it can be written in another form, that dx by dt, as shown in equation 4, that limit delta t tends to 0 means the time interval is very small. So delta x by delta t changes into dx by dt. And as point Q approaches point P in figure 5a, in this case the slope of the chord PQ becomes equals to the slope of the tangent to the curve at point P. So in case you have to find out the instantaneous velocity at any point P of a coordinate time graph, then it will be equals to the slope of the tangent to the graph at that point. Similarly, instantaneous speed is the magnitude of the instantaneous velocity, unlike the case of average velocity and average speed, where average speed over an finite interval of time may be greater than or equal to average velocity. But here you can consider, in case of instantaneous, simply the magnitude. Units of average velocity, average speed, instantaneous velocity, instantaneous type speed is meter per second in terms of SI units, and the other units of velocity may be in another systems feet per second or centimeter per second. Now let's understand the concept of acceleration. Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity of an object with time, and mathematically it will be change in velocity divided by the total time taken. As it is the change in velocity, so it has both magnitude and direction, hence acceleration is a vector quantity, and the SI unit will be meter per second square in SI system and centimeter per second square in CGS system of units, and the dimensional formula will be m0 L1 t minus 2. Now let's discuss its different types. Firstly, uniform acceleration. The acceleration of an object is said to be uniform if its velocity changes by equal amounts in equal intervals of time, and if variable acceleration if velocity changes by unequal amounts in equal intervals of time. Now the next one is average acceleration. Average acceleration is used when the object is moving with variable velocity, and the average acceleration then will be the ratio of the total change in velocity of the object to the total time taken. Suppose t1 and t2 are the times when the body is moving with velocity v1 and v2, then its average acceleration will be v2 minus v1 upon t2 minus t1, or you can write in the terms of delta. So a will be equals to delta v upon delta t. Now the next one is instantaneous acceleration. which is the acceleration of an object at a given instant of time or at a given point of its motion. And the acceleration instantaneously by following the same procedure as we have done in the velocity, that you have to take the delta t intervals tending to 0. So limit delta t tends to 0, delta v by delta t, that will be equals to dv by dt. And by using graph, if we have to find out the instantaneous acceleration, then from velocity time graph at any particular time t, we denoted it by a point P, and then we have drawn a tangent, and the slope of the tangent at this point P will give you the instantaneous acceleration. Acceleration, as it is the change in velocity upon time, if the velocity is increasing, then the change will be positive and the acceleration will be positive. If the final velocity is less than that of the initial velocity, means the velocity is decreasing, so we will get the negative acceleration, or you can say it is the retardation. And if the velocity is not changing, then the value v2 minus v1, or you can say the change in velocity will be 0, so it will be a zero acceleration. Now let's revise the concept of acceleration through this concept map. Acceleration means rate of change of velocity with time, having SI unit meter per second square, and it is uniform if the body travels in the straight line and its velocity changes at uniform rate, while the non-uniform acceleration, when the body increases or decreases by unequal amount in equal interval of time, and the formula is given by final velocity minus initial velocity upon time taken. Let's derive the equations of motion by graphical method. A graph is shown in figure 8 between velocity and time. At time t is equals to 0, the velocity of the object is v0, and at time t is equals to t, the body's velocity is v. So the average acceleration will be given by v2 minus v1 upon t2 minus t1, and by putting the values from the graph, we get A is equals to v minus v0 upon t minus t0, or you can say that it is v is equals to v0 plus at. In some books, instead of v0, u is denoted by the starting velocity, means the initial velocity is denoted by u and the final velocity is denoted by v. So in that terms, you will get v is equals to u plus at, and this is the first equation of motion. Similarly, the v average will be equals to x minus x0 upon t minus 0 by taking the distance x at time t, and at starting time it's x0. So you got x is equals to x0 plus v average into t. And you also know that the area under the velocity time graph gives us the displacement, and from this graph in the previous slide, the area will be the area of triangle plus area of rectangle, and in terms of the values you will get x minus x0, the displacement, equals to half into base into height, means v minus v0 into t, the area of triangle, plus v0 into t, the area of rectangle. So on solving, you get it is equals to v plus v0 upon 2 by into t. Now by using equation 9, you got v average equals to v0 plus v by 2, and by using first equation of motion from equation 8, you got v average equals to v0 plus half into at. And by putting this value in equation 9, you got x minus x0 equals to v0 t plus half at square, and it is the second equation of motion. You can replace x minus x0 as the net displacement as s. So you get s is equals to v0 t, or you use u. So s is equals to ut plus half at square. This second equation of motion is also known as position time relation for object having uniformly accelerated motion. And if you have to draw a graph between the displacement and time with constant acceleration moving along the straight line, then you will get the parabolic graph as shown, and the slope is varying. To derive the third equation of motion, use equation 8, and from equation 8 you will find that t is equals to v minus v naught by a, and put this value of t in equation 12 and you will get v square equals to v naught square plus twice of a into x minus x naught. You can derive the third equation of motion by using the graph area again, but now this time you have to use that the area under the graph as a area of trapezium, and use the formula of area of trapezium means half into half into sum of parallel sides into the perpendicular distance between them, and you will get the same formula, this v square minus u square equals to 2as if you replace v naught by u and x minus x naught by s. Now if the starting point is from origin, means in that case x naught will be taken as 0 and you will get the equations as v is equals to v naught plus at, x is equals to v naught t plus half at square, and v square is equals to v naught square plus twice of ax. Thank you.